Good evening, I'm Adrian Ghobrial. There's two new supervised injection sites set to open in the city of Toronto before the new year. One in Queen West near Queen and Bathurst, another one in South Riverdale. There's already concerns tonight surrounding Toronto's first supervised injection site right here near Yonge and Dundas. Yesterday, we discovered used syringes everywhere within a few hundred meters of some of Toronto's first supervised injection site. Some were pointed out by elementary school students steps away from the front doors of St. Michael's Choir School. Others were located in laneways or in plain sight on sidewalks. Area Councillor Kristen Wong-Tam recently took Mayor John Tory for a tour around the site, and she believes Canada's busiest tourist hub isn't receiving adequate support from the city to deal with unintended consequences of the injection sites, which includes discarded needles, drug dealers, and street-level drug use.
I've said specifically to the mayor, to the chair of the Board of Health, that what we needed was a coordinated approach to service delivery, that you can't just be investing only in safe injection services. That is important, but we also have to make sure that there's wraparound services. The streets are dirtier, they're more crowded, we're seeing encampments, we're seeing needles, and this community should not have to bear that on its own. This is downtown Toronto, and the face of downtown Toronto is important, and I think that we're worth the investment.
CityNews has also learned the downtown Yonge BIA has had to take it upon themselves to clean up the majority of discarded syringes in the area, a job they believe the City of Toronto should be focused on.
The face we put forward to the world. We need to have the resources to be able to deal with these very complex issues and this increase of needles we're finding in the area. Before they open the other locations, let's get it right on Yonge Street and then roll it out in a very focused and a very concerted way.
In September, we spoke with concerned small business owners near the planned injection site near Queen and Bathurst. At that time, Councillor Joe Cressy declined their request for security guards at the upcoming injection location, instead saying police were prepared to respond. But the police union isn't so sure they have the resources to do it adequately.
Research has shown is that when safe injection sites go in, local crime and public drug use goes down. Police are increasing and planning to increase their response and protocols to ensure that we have 24-hour plans in place for the security of these facilities.
Mr. Cressy obviously doesn't have a realistic understanding of what's happening in policing in the City of Toronto. We do not have the resources. Our members are going from call to call right now. So for Mr. Cressy to put forward a position that we're going to have these resources available for these safe injection sites is just untrue.
Now, in a statement this afternoon from the mayor's office, they say Mayor John Tory is aware of the issues and he's looking at addressing them. Councillor Wong-Tam, area businesses and stakeholders are calling on the city to put up some funding in the upcoming 2018 budget. They say this neighborhood is worth it and they want to see this happen before other injection sites open in Queen West and South Riverdale. Ahead on City News, we're going to hear from the principal of the St. Michael's Boys Choir School as he tells us just how many times he's had to call Toronto Public Health about syringes on school property and in the area. He'll also tell us what the response time has been like. Yesterday, City News reported on the discovery of syringes pointed out by students steps away from the front doors of St. Michael's Choir School in the downtown core, less than 300 meters away from the supervised injection site near Dundas and Victoria. Today, the principal of that school told City News he's contacted Toronto Public Health on 5 separate occasions for syringes on and around school property. The response time from Public Health has been less than ideal. You've called in total 5 times?
Approximately 5 times since September. And the response has not been amazing. They have come, but not immediately. It'd be great if they can come right away. The response has been anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half.
Principal Linton Soares says his main concern, of course, is student safety. Now, custodians have the proper equipment to pick up syringes when they're found on school property outside the front doors, but one of his big concerns is when students leave and they head up the street onto Dundas and other area streets, the amount of syringes they're being exposed to near the supervised injection site. And his call is for the city to step in and take action immediately.